What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and today we have some brand new Vise's Starfrost support that will be released in Duelist Nexus, and I'm actually kind of surprised. We just got new Vise's Starfrost support for the archetype. What was it, about 3 months, like 2, maybe 3 months ago if I remember right? So it hasn't even been that long, and we just got new support for them, which includes a new monodome card, a new boss monster, I guess you could say, for the archetype, a brand new synchro, some new spells, couple of traps. We got quite a few cards to talk about, but that's not the only thing that we're going to talk about, because we also got the, if I can find it on here, here we are. We finally got the full attack and defense stats plus the effect of the newest V-Jump promo known as Mystic Potato. Yeah, I never thought we would ever get something like that. I never would have imagined. I never would have imagined. But before we get into today's video, guys, we are 40 subs away from 200, and as I have said in previous videos, if this channel gets to 200 subs, I will open up this Korean Strike of Neos booster box in its entirety on the hopes to potentially pull this guy, Elemental Hero Air Neos. However, if the channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box. As you guys can tell, it is indeed first edition, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare. Could be a Stardust Dragon, could be a Blackluster Soldier, could be anything. But if that doesn't give you enough motivation to subscribe, maybe this will. Because if this channel gets to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon booster box on the hopes to potentially pull the iconic Blue Eyes White Dragon, maybe Exodia, maybe Dark Magician. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we might even see Gaia the Dragon Champion. Yes, all the packs are in here. Just show it off. All the packs are in there. So if you guys want to see all these boxes get opened, maybe you guys, yeah. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. So if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more card discussions like I'm gonna do here in today's video. Maybe you guys want episodes of WWE's biggest issue, maybe episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's biggest issue, maybe some premium live event predictions and results, perhaps. If you guys want all of that and more, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, give a thumbs up on this video, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description, as will the info to my fan mail. If you guys want to send me fan mail, you guys want me to open it up on the channel, all the info will be in the description as well. And again, guys, if you guys are new to this channel, subscribe, guys, because you don't want to miss out. There are so many new cards to talk about, not just in this set, Duelist Nexus, but also in the brand new Animation Chronicles set, and even also the Structure Deck Pulse of the King, as well as as well the brand new Legendary Duelist set, which I'm telling you guys, what you guys are gonna see with those videos from the new Legendary Duelist set, you got it will blow your minds. Which I will be getting to that possibly in the next week or so. So make sure you guys get ready for that, because it's gonna be wild. So I'm very curious. I'm actually curious about the new about the brand new Vice's Starfrost support, because again, as I talked about before, we just got new support for them for Vice's Starfrost. What was it, like? Not even like 2 months ago. I think what was it for? What Photon Hypernova? That was released back in February. That was like that was like 2 months ago, and now we're getting even more support. This is very, very, very bizarre. But let's get straight into it. Kicking things off, we've got Mana Dome Trid. Trid? I think it's Trid. Yeah, I think it's Trid. Which is a 2-star Fire Fairy tuner with 0 attack, 1500 defense, and it says that you can only special summon this card with the first effect once per turn, and the second effect is a once per turn. And the effect and the first effect reads: if you control Vice's Starfrost or a monster with 1500 attack and 2100 defense, you can special summon this card from your hand. So this works actually with the Ishizu tier deck, because funny enough, I believe there are a few cards in the deck that have monsters with 1500 attack and 2100 defense. So this would work perfect with the deck, and it. I mean, it's a tuner, so you can easily go into a 10-star synchro right off the bat, which is pretty cool. The second effect reads: if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 Mana Dome tuner from your deck. Okay, all right, that's not too bad. I mean, it does give you an extra body on board. The only problem is that if you don't have Vice's Starfrost on board, or any monster on board with those attack and defense stats, you're not gonna be able to get the cards full value, and it's just gonna brick. It's just gonna become a brick in your hand, which is something that you really don't want to see. So if you were to play a Vice's Starfrost based deck, I recommend using cards that'll help you pitch it to your graveyard. If you don't have a way to summon it, and one of the big cards that they can use to pitch it to your graveyard is none other than Hand Destruction. Hand Destruction is actually a really good one. Card Destruction is another good prime example. Morphing Jar could be another interesting example. I think Morphing Jar number 2 recently got taken off the list within the last year and a half, so that could be another good one. But other than that, if you do have Vice's Starfrost or a monster with those attack and defense stats, then you can just combo off from there and just go nuts, which is pretty cool. Next up, we've got Veda Carantha, I believe is how it's pronounced. Sorry guys, if you guys are new to the channel, what happens in the morning is that something gets caught in my throat. I don't know what it is, but I have to drink a lot of water to try and chase it down. There we go. Okay, I think I'm okay now. Alright, so next up we have Veda Carantha, which is a 8-star Dark Warrior with 2500 attack, 2100 defense, so the exact same attack and defense stats as a Dark Magician, which is pretty cool. And both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads, if a card or cards on the field is destroyed by a card effect and Vice's Starfrost is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand, then add one Clear New World from your deck or grave to your hand. I believe that is one of the new cards, isn't it? No, it is not. Clear New World. Clear New World. I actually want to look that card up. Give me a second, guys. Let me look it up on Nexus. Because I don't think I ever talked about that card on the channel. So give me a second. As I go on to Nexus. Go to deck. I'll choose this one. By the way, guys, speaking of decks, if you guys missed out on yesterday's video, I did an updated Black Rose deck profile. So if you guys haven't seen that video, definitely check it out because it was pretty crazy. Clear New World. Here we are. Let's see. Let's see here. Target one face-up monster you control, destroy, and if you do, special summon a monster from your deck in defense with a different original type and attribute whose level is lower than the monster's original level, but negate its effects. Okay, so this is basically just a tag out, I guess. I guess you could say it's a way to tag. It's a way to tag out your monster, a monster from your board with a new monster, and you're able to just combo off from there, which is that's not too bad. Not too bad. The only downside though is that Ash Blossom could become a excuse me. Could potentially become a factor. So I definitely recommend using cards like Mind Drain, because cards like Mind Drain can stop hand traps in dead in their tracks, which is pretty good. It's a pretty good card, guys. Pretty good card. Let's see. The second effect of Veda Karantha reads, if another monster in your possession is destroyed by a card effect, you can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you do, this card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack until the end of the turn. So it's basically a Cyber Dragon with a Spell Trap Rhoda in the first effect. The second effect is basically a board breaker, which is not too bad. Not too bad at all. Again, you would need to literally have Vice's Starfrost on board, which is interesting. But then again, this next card is basically Vice's Starfrost. And it's known as Vice's Amritara, I believe is how it's pronounced, which is an 8-star Light Warrior Synchro Tuner. Think about that, guys. 8 stars. Think about that, you guys. Let's look at this for a minute. Let's go card type, monster, category, synchro, ability, tuner, go all results, and the result, you got a few. There are quite a few synchro tuners. You've got Livestream Dragon, you've got Vice's Amritara, Geomathemic Magma, Shooting Riser Dragon, Deep Sea Prima Donna, Blackwing Beret Storm the Wicked Wind, Coral Dragon, Flower Guardian Moon, Flower Viewing, Desert Locust, which funny enough, as a common, it was like I think it was like a $20 common when it was released because of how good it was. Nowadays, there aren't a whole lot of decks that run it, unfortunately, just because of the fact that there are so many better cards than Desert Locust, but it's still a pretty decent card nonetheless. Dragoonini Light Lewin, Immortal Dragon, the Executor of the Underworld Pluto, Battle Wasp, Azusa the Ghost Bow, Infernal Knight Captain Roland, Tech Genius Wonder Magician, Ib the World Chalice Justiciar, which we haven't seen that card get played in years because the card got banned. What was it, about 3 years, like 3 or 4 years ago, because of how broken the card was. Because if you guys have never seen Ib before, check out its effect. For this card's Synchro Summon, you can treat one World Child's normal monster you control as a tuner. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can add a World Legacy card from your deck to your hand. If this Synchro Summon card is sent from the field to the grave, you can spell summon one World Child's monster from your deck or grave except this card. So this was a great way to go into pretty much any World Chalice or World Legacy card. I think World 1 was like the main card you were going into, and then you would be able to combo off from there to go into a Crusadia Avermax Avermax turn 1, and that was it. That's how good this card was. Deep Sea Repetitor, Garden Rose Flora, Excel Synchron, Tech Genus Star Guardian, Denlong, First of the Yang Zane. I never thought that card would have been banned. Phonon Pulse Dragon, Crystron Quandex, Cupid Pitch, Tatsunoko, Shamisen, Samsara Sorrow Cat, Martial Metal Marcher, High Speed Roid Cork Shooter, Paralysis the Purple, Pyrotile, Formula Synchron, Celestial Double Star Shaman. So you got quite a few. There are quite a few synchros. There are quite a few synchro tuners, and this one is no different because Vice's Amritara is an 8-star Light Warrior synchro tuner. 2,500 attack, 2,100 defense, and requires one or more tuners plus a light tuner plus a light monster. So, sort of generic, sort of. The second and third effects are once per turn. The first effect reads: this card's name becomes Vice's Starfrost while in the monster zone. So a card like Veda Carantha can benefit off of this card, which is pretty nice. The second effect reads: if this card is Synchro Summon, you can add a spell or trap that mentions Vice's Starfrost from your deck to your hand. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, let me go to my Ishizu tier deck. Give me a second. Ishizu tier. Here we are. If I remember correctly, a spell trap that mentions Vice's Starfrost, I believe you can add cards such as Tyrillman's Heartbeat, Tyrillman's Scream, Primeval Planet Perlino. Pretty much any of the spell or traps that mention of Vice's Starfrost, you can actually play. You can actually add to the hand, which is pretty cool. And if you guys don't remember what my Ishizu tier deck looks like, I did a deck profile on it a while back. So if you guys haven't checked it out, I recommend you guys check it out. But to just scan through the whole deck, I've got one Vice's Starfrost, one Tyrillman's Kashtira, one Tyrillman's Shiren, one Havness, one Merly, two Rhinoheart, one the Bestial Lubellion, one Bestial Drusworm, one Magnum Hut, one Serener, one Baldrake, one Kelbeck the Ancient Vanguard, one Mudor the Sword Oracle, one Akido the Ancient Sentinel, one Keldo the Sacred Protector, two Ash Blossom, two Effect Veiler, two Diviner the Herald, one Ready Fusion, two 2 Turtleman's Heartbeat, 2 Scream, 2 Mash Change 2, 1 Pot of Avarice, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 2 Primeval Planet Perlino, 1 Turtleman's Perlagia, 1 Turtleman's Meta Noise, 1 Sleek, 1 Crime, 1 Branded Etude, 2 Solemn Warning. My extra deck has a Kaleidoheart, a Dragostapelia, a Guru Wings of Resonant Life, a Master Hero Acid and Darklaw, Muddragon of the Swamp, Psychic and Punisher, Bestial Dispatter, which is a new card which we won't be getting for quite a while. I'm assuming we might get this in a future core set, maybe. Baron, Draco Berserker, Psyframe Omega, Pilgrim Reaper, Abyss Dweller, Dark the Dark Charmer Gloomy, also the Earth Charmer Immovable. In my side deck, I've got 2 Ghost Spell, 2 Ghost Sister, 1 Final Sigma, 1 Underworld Gods of the Closed World, 1 Unchained Abomination, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, a 2nd Avarice, 2 Twin Twister, 2 Zing Zang Hu, and 2 Solemn Strike. So again, in my deck profile, I did a full in-depth video of it. Definitely check that out. But the third effect reads, during your main phase, you can destroy a monster you control, and for the rest of the turn, all single monsters you control will gain 800 attack. So this is a really great way for this synchro monster to just overpower your opponent's cards. You know, like Underworld Goddess, Borlo Dragon, pretty much like any monster that's got at least 2,500 or more, at least like 2,600 or whatever. Topple it, you got game. Plain and simple. Not much else to say about that. Next up, we've got the World as One, which is a normal spell, and it reads that the effect is a once per turn, and it says activate one of these effects. Special summon a monster with 1,500 attack and 2,100 defense from your grave. Shuffle 5 of your monsters that are banished face up on your field and or in your graveyard into the deck, which must include a Visor Starfrost and 4 monsters with 1,500 attack and 2,100 defense. And if you do, special summon a Visor Starfrost synchro monster from your extra deck, which is treated as a synchro summon. So this is basically a good way to summon out Amritara without even having to do any tuning whatsoever. This is sort of like an urgent tuning, but in the form of a normal spell, which is pretty cool. How many cards left do we have? We got 1, 2, and 3. 3 more cards to talk about, you guys. Plus the Mystic Potato. So next up we got Pristine Planet's Amritara, which is a field spell, and it says activate this card only if you control Visor Starfrost. Once per turn, if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or effect and sent to the grave or banished, activate one of these effects. Special summon one of them in defense position. 1 tuner on the field gains attack equal to half the attack of one of them. Shuffle one of them into the deck and draw a card. Shuffle this card into the deck and add a field spell from your grave to your hand. So this basically just gives you more room to further go into some of your combo pieces, some of your extenders, or even also draw into your extenders if you're able to draw it out for the most part. So this is actually a pretty good one. This is actually a really good card. Not sure if it would work with a Shizu tier, but still, it's not too bad. Next up, we got New World Formation, which is a normal trap, and both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads, target one spell or trap that mentions Visor Starfrost in your grave, set it, and if it's a trap or quick play spell, you can activate it this turn. Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean you are able to activate it, especially during your opponent's battle phase. So this will give you access to potentially wipe your opponent's board clean, depending on what you decide to set, which could be literally anything. The second effect reads, you can banish this card from your grave, then target 3 spells that mention Vice Starfrost in your grave, except this card, shuffle them into the deck. So it's sort of like a mini Pot of Avarice, but you're not drawing any cards, which is a bit of a downside, but still, it's not too bad. Being able to recycle 3 cards back into your deck and just like draw them out like next turn, that's not too bad. And now for the last new Vice Starfrost card, we have New World Full of Stars. Yeah, the fucking puns, ladies and gentlemen. The fucking puns, ladies and gentlemen. Who would have ever thought that we would get a pun in a card? Who would have ever thought? I certainly didn't. Anyway. Bad joke, I know. Bad joke. I know. But anyway, it's a continuous spell that has 2 effects, in which the second effect is a once per turn. The first effect reads, the first time each of your monsters would be destroyed by battle each turn while you control by Starfrost, it is not destroyed. So it's a protection, which is really good. This basically gives you... This basically... buys you another turn to potentially make your board and go for a game, which is really good. But if this card were to get destroyed, you're fucked. You are fucked. The second effect reads, during your end phase, if you control Vice Starfrost, you can target 1 monster in your grave, shuffle it into the deck, and if you control a tuner synchro, you can add this card. You can add it to your hand instead. Hold on a second. Let me reread that again. During your end phase, if you control Vice Starfrost, you can target a monster in your grave, shuffle it into the deck, or if you control a tuner synchro, you can add it to your hand instead. Okay, so this is sort of like a continuous monster reincarnation with a little bit of a protection added. So that's not too bad at all. But now we got to talk about Mystic Potato. So we know what Mystic Tomato does, in which the effect reads, when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you can spell summon a dark monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck and face up attack. Mystic Potato if it'll actually work. Is different. Because, as I said, as I just talked about, Mystic Tomato has to be destroyed by battle. Mystic Potato, destroyed by card effect and sent to the grave, special summon a dark monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck in attack position. So, that's not too bad. And the attack and defense stats are the exact same as Tomato. Guys, I swear my laptop is being stupid. It won't. Thank you. Yeah, 1400 attack, 1100 defense. 4-star Dark Plant. 4-star Dark Plant, 1400 attack, 1100 defense. It's basically, it's got the same stats as Mystic Tomato, but the effect is different. If this card on the field is destroyed by card effect and sent to the grave, special summon a dark monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck in attack position, except this card. Not bad. I mean, that's not bad. Odds are I highly doubt anybody's gonna run Mystic Potato. I highly doubt it, but But, guys, that brings me to the question of the day, which is this. What Yu-Gi-Oh product? I know that this has nothing to do with this video, with these cards, but the question of the day is this. What product are you guys looking forward to the most this year, and why? Let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, which get posted every Tuesday and sometimes on Wednesdays and weekends, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.